Hey guys, Kyle and Lauren here, and for the past 3 years we've been investing in real estate, and when we closed on our fourth property, we decided to take you along with us.
After months of renovation, we're excited to give you a full tour of our third floor unit. Come on in. Let's start with the living room. The space was dingy and dark. Our goal in this room was to brighten it up, so we took up the old carpet and put down new flooring. We used Nucor LVP from Floor & Decor both here and in the kitchen. We then finished off the flooring with new tall 6-inch baseboard, base cap, and shoe molding. While this is a bit more expensive, it does help old house imperfections and create a space to run new electric. To add a cool new feature, we put USB outlets in a few locations we felt would be appreciated. Electric wasn't the only CapEx item we upgraded. We also got rid of the old baseboard heat and installed a new furnace and ductwork, giving this unit forced heat and central air. Window units just won't cut it in this market. We also replaced a cracked window and then did a fresh coat of paint.
Moving into the kitchen, this is where a majority of the budget was spent. The original layout was just not functional and didn't take advantage of any of the usable space. We ended up rearranging the layout and packed a lot of new features that will enable us to get some high quality tenants. We continued the LVP in here, which gave a nice warm tone to the new white IKEA cabinets. Paired on top is a quartz countertop with stainless steel Whirlpool and Frigidaire appliances. While there already was a washer dryer in this unit, they were tucked in the corner and absolutely impossible to access, so we brought them forward and made them a usable part of the kitchen. We were able to do this by framing out a wall and creating a maintenance closet that would be accessed by pulling out the fridge. In here is the new Lowboy electric water heater and slop sink for the washing machine drainage. Since we packed so much into this small space, we actually didn't have any drawers, so in comes the kitchen island from IKEA. It originally had a brown butcher block top, which we didn't feel looked quite right, so we had a new matching quartz piece made that would tie this piece together and provide extra storage. We painted the back door, replaced the hardware, and consider this kitchen to be done.
Off the kitchen is the bathroom. This might be my favorite before and after. From the shiny wallpaper ceiling to the outdated vanity and floor, this room could only go up from here. We obviously removed the wallpaper and did a fresh coat of paint, laid new ceramic flooring, and replaced the toilet. The plastic walls were rough, so instead of hanging new drywall, we covered the walls with leftover tongue and groove pine to give the space some character. While under contract, we actually spotted this porcelain sink at our favorite discount store, so Kyle built a custom vanity base for it. He then did a wood burning technique called shishigiban, giving it a waterproofing quality. We topped it off with a black faucet, which matches the black light fixture and the existing medicine cabinet that we spray painted black. Originally, I wanted to keep the existing tile and glaze it, but Kyle convinced me that replacing it altogether was probably the best move. So Kyle laid this white porcelain tile and finished it off with shooter trim, giving it a nice, sharp look. We then tied it all together with a new Moen shower trim kit.
Off to the bedroom. This large space didn't need much work, but a couple small changes can really make a space feel higher end. We ripped up the old baseboard heat and replaced it with the same trim and molding. We did a coat of paint, laid new carpet, and switched out for a new ceiling fan. My favorite low-cost change in this room has got to be the exposed brick accent feature. For just a few bucks, you can add major character to any space. Above the chimney is the new HVAC access, and we then installed closet organizers for tenant comfort. All right, we toured the space. Now let's get down to the numbers.
Adding up all of these costs for each room, the bedroom comes in at $1,545. The living room totals to $1,390. The bathroom, while labor intensive, is the cheapest room, coming in at $1,190. And the kitchen rounds out as the most expensive space, costing us $7,615. We also have some electrical costs, which is $2,600. This includes an updated service, new panel, recessed lighting, and water heater and furnace lines and receptacles throughout. And then we had plumbing, which comes in at $3,900, and a new HVAC system costing us $4,500. Bringing our grand renovation total for this unit to $23,415. Now, that may seem like a lot for a one-bedroom unit, but by spending this money, we were able to increase expected rent by $250. And the return doesn't end there. This renovation will also decrease future maintenance calls because everything's basically brand new, decrease vacancy as tenants are more likely to stay longer if they have all the amenities they need, and having an updated unit like this makes it easier to fill during a turnover and will increase our tenant quality.
Now, in order to do a full BRRRR analysis, we'd need to renovate the other units, increase rents, and refinance. But given the current economic climate and market, we've chosen to hold off on those steps. But that doesn't mean we can't run some numbers and see where we stand.
So we made our way over to BiggerPockets, and we're going to head over to tools and look at the calculators. Now, normally we would use the BRRRR calculator, but since we're not going to refinance and we want to get an idea of how we stand right now, we're going to use the rental property calculator. So we'll scroll down a bit and we'll start a new report. All right, so we're just going to go through this and we're going to analyze this like we normally would with you guys. So we'll enter in the street address, Big Green. So we purchased this for $330,000. Again, we did get $10,000 of that back for closing costs. So our closing costs were technically zero. Yes, we will be rehabbing this property. For the sake of this, we'll just do $400,000 for after repair value. All right, so rehab costs. So we are going to do this as if we aren't renovating the rest of the units because we just want to see where we stand now. So our repair costs, I know we just mentioned for this unit were $23,415, but we did update the electric in the rest of the property, and then we had about $500 for updating the entryway, and then another $500 for other updates to the house, like garbage cans, mailboxes, some electric we did in the garage, landscaping. So I do want to add all of those costs too, bringing our total renovation cost to $37,415. And we'll make our way down to the loan details. Now we did 3.5% down and our interest rate was 3.375%. And this is a 30-year fixed loan. Next, let's go into the income. All right, I like to break down the income so you really get to see. So again, we're doing this as is. So our current rent for the first floor unit is $1,100. Rent for the second floor unit is $1,000. We're not going to include our rent because obviously we're living there, but we are going to include rent for the garage bays. 3, 4, and 5. And we are renting those out for $150 each. So $450 is coming in from that. Property taxes is people outside New Jersey don't have a panic attack. $10,900. That's pretty standard for New Jersey. And then insurance is $2,448. And then because we're house hacking, we're not going to set aside for reserves. Every unit pays their own water and sewer. And let's finish up the analysis. All right, so this is not bad for a house hack. So we are living in our favorite town in a great neighborhood, and we are going to get paid $30 a month to live in this property. This is a perfect house hack. This is a great way to decrease your living expenses and start getting landlording experience and investing experience. We love house hacking. We think it's like investing with training wheels. And then this calculator is just super awesome too, because you could come down here and it will show you all the numbers you entered in. And then also, if you're analyzing a deal, you can toggle these prices back and forth. So let's say you want to see like, oh, what if I offer $325 instead of $330? You know, you could reset and you could see how things will be different. So it's a really cool breakdown. You can come down here, all the numbers are here. Love using the BiggerPockets calculator. All right, now let's see what the numbers look like after we move out, but we're still not renovating units 1 and 2. We just don't know what COVID's gonna be like, so we wanna see what our numbers are gonna look like after we move out. So the only things we're really changing are we're going to add our unit. Now, originally, when we were running the numbers, we thought we were only going to get about $1,100 to $1,150 for this unit. But now that we're finished and we're seeing what the market is going for, and after speaking with some agents, we're super confident we could get $1,250. And then we're currently using 2 of the garage bays. So now that we're going to be able to rent out all 5, this is going to move up to $750. Now that it's a true rental, we will set aside money for reserves. Now, if we completely renovate a property, we do a new roof and new mechanicals, we'll usually set repairs and maintenance and CapEx to 5% because everything's basically new. We shouldn't really have a lot of issues moving forward. But since we haven't renovated units 1 and 2, I feel more comfortable leaving repairs and maintenance at 7 and capital expenditures at 7 as well. Now, vacancy, we know this market and it is hot and turnovers are never an issue. So we feel confident that we can keep vacancy at 5%. And the management fees. Even though we self-manage, I like to set money aside for management fees for 2 reasons. 1, I'm not working for free. I want to pay myself. And 2, whenever we do decide to outsource management in the future, I want to make sure that we budgeted for that. All right, so we scroll down and we'll update the analysis. All right, so after we move out without renovating units 1 or 2, we will cash flow $514 a month, which is a 12.6% return, cash on cash return. Now, some of you might think this is a great return. Some of you might think this is a pretty crappy return. We invest in 2 markets, and this market, these are great numbers for this market. It's a market that has appreciation, tenant quality is really high, and so these numbers are great for us. We're super happy with this. Now, obviously, these numbers will change after we renovate and we increase rents, and then we also refinance, but that's a different analysis for a different video for a different time. But right now, this is really comforting to know that we didn't have to renovate the other units, and after we move out, we'll still be making good cash flow. Now that's it for the deal analysis. Let's pop back in the apartment and we'll give you guys our final thoughts.
Oh, for a small renovation, this place kicked my ass.
I think you did such a good job though.
I'm exhausted.
This has been a long renovation and we faced a lot of challenges between COVID and carrying everything up to the 3rd floor. It definitely took a toll on us. But I think we kind of stayed pretty strong throughout, and I'm really happy with how it came out.
I thought after the water fiasco of the first day of renovation was a sign that this was not gonna go well. I think it came out pretty awesome.
Oh, I think it looks amazing. I think the kitchen packs a punch. I think up here it looks beautiful, and I'm really excited to call it home. We had such a great time bringing you guys along with us on this renovation. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We hope you learned a lot from our mistakes and from the little tips that we shared here and there. And the reason we did this is because we love watching other people do what we love to do. And we hope that this inspired you, helped you, and motivated you. And we hope to meet you in person one day.
And just because this series is over does not mean we're going anywhere. And we hope that you guys stay engaged with us and as we continue on this journey, and hope you continue to follow along with us.
Well, now that we are all done with renovations, it is time to kick you guys out because we are going to move in.
Go ahead. Get in.
Get out of here.